On the morning of January 16, 2025, a stolen Mercedes-Benz was detected by the license plate reader system in the Northwest area. When a DeLand officer attempted to stop the vehicle, the driver immediately sped off. The suspect recklessly drove at high speed, prompting police to deploy a helicopter along with multiple ground units in pursuit.
High rate of speed on Allen. Yeah, easily over 100. Toward Pine Ridge.
Alright, we got 6 on Allen.
Alright, he's caught behind a little bit of traffic here. Through Cortland, still on Howland. Still southbound, still signal 12. Passing a Larchmont and Desmond Court. Arredonda. Arredonda and, let's see, stopped in front of a house. Looks like 2907 Arredonda.
The vehicle drove straight into the garage of a house and shut the door to hide.
Okay, he's pulling into the garage at the 160 Cortland Avenue.
Alright, now we have a chance. Let's get some units on below, please.
Yeah, white vehicle pulled out of the driveway so he can pull into the garage, and now the white vehicle's back in the garage. The Mercedes is in the garage.
The homeowner revealed she was about to leave when the suspect forced her to open the garage so he could hide the car. Police immediately set up a perimeter, blocked surrounding streets, and used a PA system to call for those inside to come out and surrender. The situation grew tense as it was unclear how many people were inside the house or whether the suspect was armed.
Challenge them and form up a receiving team and secure them.
42 will be en route shortly.
Leave her there and then just go shut us down, please.
48 will take.
The people that live here supposedly are Spanish speaking only. She is calling them and telling them we need them to come out the front door with their hands up.
10-4.
Oh, what you got? Extra 41 is in contact with the residents. Stand by. We're laying line with the homeowner. He's at work. He's going to start calling people who are inside. We got people coming to the door. We'll bring them to us.
After several phone calls, 2 people inside the house came out and were safely taken into custody. Police confirmed that the Mercedes had been stolen from Orlando a few days earlier using fake documents. The suspect now faces multiple charges, including grand theft of a motor vehicle.
We're going to give me an element to clear this house with consent. I'll work on getting consent from the homeowner. You work on getting me an element together.
On May 21, 2025 in Topanga, Los Angeles, police identified a suspect linked to a motorcycle parts theft. A suspicious motorcycle then fled at high speed, recklessly moving through multiple streets. The rider appeared inexperienced, wobbling on turns and endangering public safety.
Parts off of a stolen motorcycle in the wash. So we up here are kind of guessing that maybe these two things are related. Right now though, that motorcycle, you can see the speed's kind of slowing down there, but he's got to know that there's a helicopter, an LAPD helicopter that is much lower than we are over him. And again, look at the way he's driving there, the feet are coming out, that uneasiness around those corners, and it looks like now like maybe even the motorcycle's given up, and that would be excellent. Or maybe he stalled it. That might be part of it as well. And these type of maneuvers are like when you see something like that, you just, you're thinking this guy not really experienced, rolling through a red light apparently right there. You just don't want to see anybody get hurt. LAPD, they're on that same page as well. But right now, hopefully that motorcycle is going to just kind of conk out and officers will be able to take this guy into custody. But we're watching it right now. He's still on Reseda Boulevard, moving very, very slowly, but I'm guessing that motorcycle probably running out of gas.
The LAPD helicopter closely tracked from above as ground units prepared to intercept. The motorcycle gradually slowed, showing signs of running out of fuel or mechanical failure, yet the suspect kept looking back repeatedly, ignoring the danger ahead.
In front of him, the slower speeds, hopefully nobody's going to get really hurt, but you can see that bike just continuing now, making its way into some of these residential areas. Speeds extremely slow, probably, I would say maybe 20 miles an hour or so. LAPD, their helicopter, still calling out the locations. So we're guessing that, not re-engaging the pursuit, but we're guessing that some officers might be getting behind him here shortly. So I'm guessing we're already up on digital, and if you guys are watching, thank you for making that switch with us, and we can kind of, take the shoes off and loosen that tie a little bit. It's hard to see, but there is an officer directly behind that motorcycle. Right now, this is basically, it's over. That guy on the bike has just got to know that this is over. If he opens that thing up again, or if it isn't a fuel issue, or maybe just...
Upon reaching the Reseda neighborhood, the suspect suddenly turned into the front of a house.
That motorcycle definitely going to be able to squeeze in and make a couple of moves. It looks like he basically just kind of pulling over. Did he go inside the garage? Oh yeah, just pulled up in front of the house, calling it quits right there. And this is a much better ending than anything else that we could have possibly thought about.
Under police pressure, the suspect was forced to step off the motorcycle, raising his hands but still resisting commands. Officers quickly subdued and handcuffed him while preventing a woman who attempted to approach and collect the suspect's belongings.
Custody right there. Again, though, this all kind of started, we're going to have to really figure it out, but this all started with a stolen motorcycle in the wash. The officers approached this guy. He took off running with a headlight. And then moments later, a few blocks away, this motorcycle riding erratically, and officers basically got behind him, turned on the lights and sirens. You're seeing how it's ending right there. Motorcycle.
The chase ended safely, with the suspect taken into custody and facing investigation for motorcycle theft and reckless driving. The incident shows that just a bit of inexperience and defiance can turn a motorcycle into a deadly weapon. Fortunately, no one was injured this time.
And unclear about that motorcycle. Maybe that one is stolen as well. Look at that. Look at that. Some folks coming out grabbing property or trying to scoop some stuff up. This is the stuff where everything starts going sideways. Now that young lady going to be possibly being taken into custody, clearly.
Resisting and driving recklessly will only make the situation more dangerous, not just for the suspect, but also for the community. On May 23, 2024, police in coordination with the CHP pursued a suspect riding a dirt bike. The suspect repeatedly claimed he wanted to go home, but each time officers tried to assist, he sped off again. His reckless driving, swerving, letting go of the handlebars, and weaving through residential areas and busy intersections put surrounding residents at serious risk of accidents.
Talking to these officers, saying that he wants to go home, so you have to assume that this may be some sort of mental health episode, and yet every time the officers offer to take him home or to help him to go home, he runs away. And you look at this, sort of dangerous driving, it appears they must be trying to do this for his own safety, trying to bring him in, but then you see these other cars that don't know that this is happening. Looks like this was an intersection where they've done some of those
street takeovers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is East Greenleaf Boulevard and Alameda Street in Compton. Obviously, if you have anyone in the area, please alert them, because it's not fast. I mean, as it's picking up a little bit of speed as I say that, but it is dangerous nonetheless, and he obviously
Police forces persistently surrounded the suspect, staying close while trying to communicate. The situation grew tense as the suspect kept circling around, even reaching out to talk to a nearby patrol car. Although moving at a low speed, the vehicle posed a danger to the community.
I haven't seen this before on a dirt bike in Compton, a dirt bike anywhere on any of these Southern California streets.
Yeah, and it's this car on the right, just a regular, I guess so, yeah, just driving on there. That's sort of odd too. So we don't know if he's in the midst of a mental health episode, if he is under the influence of something, or what would cause this man to be acting out like this. But this is, only 10 miles an hour. I mean, going slow enough to be talking to these folks, and doesn't seem to have great control of the bike either. This is just an unfortunate situation that's playing out in front of everybody, and you wonder if in fact he is really saying, I want to go home, I want to go home. You feel that his family members probably are watching this live on TV right now, really concerned for his well-being.
Yeah, so we always talk about how do we bring these pursuits to an end, and obviously the traditional ways of a spike strip and pit maneuver, those aren't options, and this is just the way it's going to be, that they're going to have to play this, see how this ends.
Hitting into the car.
It's hard to see from this angle.
In the end, police applied the box-in tactic, closing in from multiple directions and catching the suspect off guard. He was quickly pulled off the vehicle, restrained and handcuffed safely. The incident concluded without any injuries.
Boxing him in there when he wasn't looking straight ahead and able to just bring this to an end, get him off the bike. Cuffs now going on. This
Resisting arrest and reckless driving won't help a suspect escape. It only increases the risk of facing harsher charges. Every careless move on the road can turn a vehicle into a deadly threat to the community.